Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Saturday morning. I got a phenomenal video for you. And I don't know if you guys are as pumped as I am about the action yesterday. I can tell you, if you followed the silver markets, you're probably pretty pumped about what happened yesterday. And a lot of stuff is definitely going on right now. A lot of stuff is actually breaking down. We're going to touch on that a little bit in some of the comments tonight that we read, because it is Saturday morning, and every Saturday I always like to do a special video where I answer all of y'all's comments, every single one of them. If you wrote a comment on yesterday's video, we answer it. Now, yesterday, though, the video did phenomenal well for me. It was crazy what happened the night before. I'm going to sum it up real quick for you. Essentially, all of a sudden, the trading started spiking. Right after the markets opened in the evening in overseas trading, they started spiking. Started climbing up fast. Nobody really knew what was happening, who was buying. Somebody was buying, and then poof, the market shut down. A report came out that there was a cooling issue in the computers, essentially in one of their main hubs, and it shut down trading for the world. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? I did my video yesterday, posted it. I did my video for yesterday morning that went up saying silver trading halting due to coolant issues. Bull. And then I can't say the second word. I try to keep it clean, but you can pretty well see what it said right there. Needless to say, as soon as the markets reopened, nobody was around to keep the price pinned down. A lot of stuff was closed. A lot of people were not at their trading desks. And ba-bam, the true price started to climb. And did it ever start to climb? We've seen the actual spot price go all the way up to $56.33. We've seen the futures price just start rocketing higher, $57.08, up 6.5% or $3.50. This is one of the biggest days that we've ever seen, and it was crazy what was going on. As the price continued to climb, more and more people got on board. This is essentially the GameStop moment. I plan on doing a special video about this, explaining in full detail what all happened. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, don't miss out. It may come out Sunday morning. It may come out on Monday morning. It depends if I'm going to do a Sunday morning video. I don't usually do Sunday videos because generally over the weekend we don't have much people watching YouTube, it seems like, on my channel. I'm not a big name channel. I don't take sponsors, and therefore I'm just kind of going it slow. And I definitely want to talk about this because it was crazy. A lot of people don't even know whatever happened at GameStop. You had GameStop getting shorted. Real quick, I'm going to talk about this. Just a quick snapshot of it. We had GameStop getting shorted all the way down to like literally $1 at one point. And all of a sudden, traders, a lot of traders, granted, all got together and said, hey, look what's going on. They're trying to bankrupt this company. They were shorting it into nothing. They wanted to take the company totally out of the game. And if you short something and you bankrupt it, you're off the hook. What do you give? If the stock is worth nothing and you owe 1 million shorts, who cares? It's nothing. But all of a sudden, traders started pushing the price up. A lot of people started getting on board. Banks laughed at them. They called them apes, dumb money. Price shot up to $15. All of a sudden, the short positions started stepping in, beat the price back down, and there we were back at $3 or $4. They tried again, pushing it up. But each time, a little bit more momentum. They got the price up, and big banks came in and shorted it again. Hedge funds, mortgage fund, everything. It all was being shorted. Everybody was shorting GameStop. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a couple of big YouTubers, Wall Street Bets, started getting on board. And as they pushed the price down to $1, again, $1.10, $1.50, 99 cents. Then all of a sudden, they ended up having one person get on that really showed people how to move the markets by buying contract options. And when they started buying the contract options, all of a sudden they got more shares than they could really afford. You may not be able to afford 100,000 shares at $1 a share, but if you're buying options and you push the price higher, then bam, you start having problems. And the price shot all the way up. Price shot all the way up to $483. Why? Because there was a lot of people buying it. A lot of people talking about it. Right now, at the peak of the GameStop, it was estimated that there was only 2.2 million individuals holding shares July 2024. And think of what they did. Think about how they moved that price line all the way up from $1 to $483. Now, we're going to talk about silver. What is going on with silver? A lot of people are seeing the big price moves. They're wondering, is this it? Are we about ready to see something? Real quick, I mean, here's the thing. We're not going to see that. We're not going to see a 483x on silver. That's not what I'm telling you. But real quick, let's just say $20 silver. And I know silver's not at $20. Let's just say we did see something like that. I just want to show this real quick. Times 483. You would have $9,600 silver. Totally unlikely. Let's be honest. It's a pipe dream. We're never going to see that. Although a lot of people don't understand, silver can go as high as the dollar can go low. If the dollar was to collapse, despite them telling us everything is great, the dollar's never been stronger, America's never been stronger, they're coaches. It's their job to instill confidence in the people. It's not their job to protect your investments. It's not their job to protect anything except for their survival. You need to look out for you and your family. Me personally, I like silver. I still think $60 silver, which we are almost at now, is still undervalued. I plan on meeting with someone later in the week. Hopefully I'm going to get a good deal. Why? Because there are people out there that are still selling their silver. They think these prices are too high. They think these prices can't sustain. Well, we went through the all-time high. And each time they get to this new all-time high, people sell. These are the weak hands. Now, by no means am I giving you financial advice. I can't stress that enough. You need to make your own decision for you and your family. If you don't feel comfortable buying silver, don't buy it. Don't buy it. That's all I can say. If you don't feel comfortable, don't buy it. Because there is no guarantees in life. You either take a chance and you succeed and you become a winner, or you don't take a chance and you just continue down the path that you were on, working, doing whatever you're doing, and you just go with the flow. I personally believe that silver is going to skyrocket. Not to know $9,000. I've been reading a lot of stuff online. $1,000. I saw $2,000. I saw $700. Here's the thing, though. Even silver at $150, $200 would be a phenomenal hit. And here's the thing. Look how much we're up year to date on silver so far. What, 60, 70%? That's crazy, them kind of gains. If we see that again next year, we will definitely most likely be, I say definitely, because I don't know the exact math on it off the top of my head. I guess I could real quick pull up the calculator. We're at 57, we're going to say. 0.00 plus 70%. Puts us at 96. I'm glad I didn't say certainly. If we see another 70%, boom, that puts us just under $100. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the future. We're going to get into the comments here in just a second. However, what I do know is we are definitely seeing the gold-silver ratio come down. I mean, silver is on fire as it continues to climb higher and higher. And gold's doing really well, too. Gold's sitting right now at $4,218. The futures on gold is at $4,256. Assets based by market capitalization, which means how much money basically is tied up in the asset. You've got gold at number one. Number one, $29 trillion. Followed by NVIDIA, followed by Apple, followed by Google, Microsoft, and yours truly, silver at $3.177 trillion. Bitcoin, dropping them down lower, down sitting at 9th now. Soon it will be 10th probably. And here's what gets me on this. Here's what a lot of people aren't talking about. We've been sitting at 6. We've been having silver sitting at 6th place. And it almost gained no ground by the looks of it. Looking at it right here, we're still about $500 billion away from 5th place spot. That seems a little, I don't know, shady to me. I'm going to look into that a little later based on where we've been, where we are. I mean, 56.45, a 6.67% jump is no joke. It's not. And I think this is going to continue next week. I think they will try to organize some sort of a beatdown next week. But I think a lot of people are catching on. A lot of people are buying. And when strong hands buy, strong hands don't sell. This is not financial advice. This is just me telling you what actually happened. Strong hands don't sell out for, oh, my car broke down. Strong hands don't sell out for my hot water heater went out. Strong hands hold no matter what. And that's the type of people that are buying. The weak hands are the ones selling. And they are slowly dwindling. Especially with that recent pullback that we've seen about a month ago. Price got up to $54, and all of a sudden everybody's selling. Short positions are coming out. News articles, mad money. Oh, we knew it was going to happen to silver. You're an idiot if you're buying silver. Not no more. Now we're going to see some price action. With that being said, though, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button for me. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on. If you think, hey, silver is too high, it's going to come down, let me know in the comments. If you think silver is going to go a whole lot higher, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, we are going to jump into what we do every Saturday morning. I read every one of your comments that you posted on the Friday video, and we announce them. We talk about them. So right off the bat, there are 2 comments. As you can see, I got 2 different pages only because I got my days mixed up and I started replying to comments. The first comment that I woke up and seen was, it just cracked $54 as I'm watching. I said, 55 now, only 39 minutes after you wrote that comment. We got an interest rate coming. We've got a serious problem in silver markets, and now the price is moving even higher. A lot of excitement. And then all of a sudden a reply came in, holy crap. And sure enough, it got exciting as we saw the futures price go up to $57. That's $3.50 higher than where it was when this video first launched. Another person writing, great video, great price action. Definitely great price action. I think this is going to continue. We got a Fed rate meeting in less than 2 weeks. What do you think they're going to do? The economy is so great, they're going to cut interest rates? I don't think so. I think they're going to cut interest rates. I don't think the economy is that great. I think they know that, and they're trying to find a way to save face, convince people that the economy is doing good, and they're going to have to cut interest rates. Do you think the economy is so good that they're discussing giving out $2,000 stimulus checks to everybody? No. They're putting that money out because there is about to be a huge amount of money hitting the front lines. Where is that money going to come from? Broom, broom, print up the printing presses, fire them up. They're going to be printing like crazy, I think. And that is going to literally take silver off the hinges. And they'll be able to say, oh, it's people speculating. It's these crazy people that think that silver is going to go to the moon. How about the obvious? We're using silver for a lot of industrial demands. We're using silver for military demands. We're using silver up for solar, for electronic vehicles. We're trying to push technology to a whole new level. All this stuff requires silver. And now we added silver to the U.S. Strategic Stockpile Reserve. They don't want you to know at some point they've got to buy. Would they rather buy at 57, 54? Maybe they were the ones buying today. 54, 55, 56, 60, 70, 100. Where will they buy? I know somebody told me they're not going to buy at some crazy price. If they wait, they're going to buy at a crazy price. Do you think they care what the price of silver is? It's your tax dollars. They don't care. They're going to buy if they need it. Nobody cares what something costs. I was military. I seen people buy stuff at crazy inflated prices. A ream of paper that you could go to Office Depot and pick up for about $8. Oh no, we'll pay $40. Why? Who cares? We're not paying for it. What do you care? Well, couldn't we organize? And I specifically remember asking this. How about we just get a van and we drive down to Office Depot, we get a couple pallets of this stuff, and we load it up on the ships. Each ship that needs it, we all put in, we all get some. We save a bunch of money. Nobody cares, dude. It's not your money. In fact, hey, throw on a Gerber. Throw on a pair of boots. It is ridiculous how they spend our money. But it's going to get exciting. And for that reason, I'm going to keep stacking when I have the opportunity to. Now I'm moving into comments that I have not read yet. Those two comments, the only reason they were on that by themselves is because I woke up and I forgot what day it was and I started replying to comments and then I realized it. Okay, Steve. Thanks for the constant content, brother. I am glad you had a great Thanksgiving. Wishing the best for the rest of the year and for you. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for that. I really do appreciate that. The old one, good morning and all, tea and all. Have a great rest of the year. Thank you so much. It's definitely getting exciting. Hoping we got some good comments here. Laugh out loud. I was like, 24? What? Did I miss a super dip? Like the thumbnail? I like the thumbnail, by the way. Yeah, that thumbnail yesterday, it hit home. A lot of people saw it. A lot of people clicked it. They knew something was up. The reason he said I was like, $24? What? Was because I slipped up. Instead of saying 54 when I made the video yesterday, at one point in the video I said 24. I don't know what I was thinking. We will never see 24 again, but we'll see how it plays out. I don't know the future. I only tell you guys how I feel about this stuff. I give you guys my opinion. It's not financial advice. Mr. Happy Stacker 69, good morning, buddy. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching and commenting. Let's see, Bob. I'm still buying silver, but just the 1970s and 80s silver art bars here and there. It is damn addicting hobby. I'll tell you that. Yes, stacking silver can be extremely addictive, but it is extremely excited when the price continues to rise, especially at the rate of the rise that we've seen. A lot of people think it is a guaranteed pullback next week. Don't be too sure. Do I think we could see a pullback next week? I think there's a strong possibility, but it's not a guarantee. If big money decides that they're buying in right now, I don't think there's a darn thing that the shorters can do. They can keep trying to short it, and all they're going to do is make it to where more and more people buy, and the silver supply just continues to get wiped out. Okay, Jack High Hopper. How old is this video? It's 5650. Did you get 54.55? Where did you get 54.55? So overnight trading, that video was only 12 hours old. When you watch that video, it was 7 hours old based on what time you wrote your comment. The silver price, yeah, the silver price was moving quick yesterday. It sounds crazy that the price can move that much, but people got to understand there's a lot of volatility right now in silver. Why? Because they're playing games with the market. The price is going up because people are buying. People realize, smart money knows the price is going to keep going up. Dumb money, or people that don't understand what's going on, think, oh, well, the price has got to come down at some point. Let's just keep shorting it. It's a gambler's mentality. People thinking they have to win or that it has to come back down. When you've got a commodity that has been manipulated for as long as it has, it does not have to plunge back down instantly. We could see some crazy stuff happening. So I understand a little bit of discouragement maybe in that comment, wondering how old the video was. Good morning, T. Yeah, I saw it smack down twice in 1 hour as it reached past $54. Early high hours. Here, watching the Asian markets, I smell burning paper. LOL. Yes. So they tried to smack it down a couple times, And then a lot of people were pumped up and buying, and the price just started going crazy. Who's buying? We don't know. I find it hard to believe that it is one entity buying. I think it's multiple entities that are buying right now, and they're going to take delivery of that silver. I really do believe that. And when that happens, that is going to cause a supply shortage like we have never seen before. And it's going to get interesting. So we'll see how that plays out. But the SmackDown did not last. People were already buying the low. As soon as it went down, they literally jumped in and bought, and it pushed it higher. Almost like a ship just rocking up and down and up and down. And each time gaining momentum for the higher and higher jump. Open up some windows. You are hilarious. I love it. I heard they were supposed to have 2 backups at that one data center. Total BS. Absolutely. I find it so hard to believe that they are going to come out and say that it was a cooling issue. They shut down the entire world markets because of a cooling issue on a database. I don't believe that. Not at all. And I think nobody else does either. I think they knew what was happening. The price was surging. They didn't have people around. It was a holiday weekend. What a time to open it up, the price thing. They knew people weren't sitting at their desk ready to short it. On any given day, you have a lot of people sitting in their offices at desk. And if all of a sudden they call them in for a meeting and they say, everybody at 10 o'clock in the morning, I want everybody to start shorting silver on their computers. Go on your computer, start shorting the heck out of it until further notice. And boom, they started shorting it hard. And the same thing can happen. When people start buying, there was no one there to short. Everybody was eating Thanksgiving. They were probably sleeping from all that, I don't know, whatever that stuff is they say is in turkey that makes you sleepy. I kind of always thought that I got sleepy from that because of the carbs, and I'm diabetic. And even though it was Thanksgiving, I probably still ate way more than I should have. But who knows? Water under the bridge, because I'm worried about silver right now. It's getting exciting. Next comment. Refrained from buying this week, thinking maybe that it'll get me on the dip track for a change. So, of course, there's a big jump the day after payday. Ouch. Yeah, that happens. Maybe you'll get lucky and we'll see a little bit of a pullback on Monday. Don't think they're not going to fight it, but I don't think that they can do much. I think the price is just going to continue personally to slowly creep up a little higher each day. Do I think we could see a couple days where it comes down a little bit? Yeah, but it ain't coming down all of it, I don't think. Still, a beatdown next week would make perfect sense. You're right. A beatdown next week would make perfect sense because a lot of people came out, spent their money on silver. But keep in mind, if they're going to cut rates, interest rates, with the Fed meeting coming up, I think that smart money is getting in now, pushing up the price. And they know what's coming. The price is probably going to go up. A lot of stuff gets factored in before the event even happens. They announce something, boom, it's too late. The price has already gone up. So we'll see how it plays out. Personally, I'm hoping to pick up a little bit more maybe this weekend, maybe next week if we don't see a big jump. Let's see, Mark. Good morning, T. Have you ever seen anything on the Wizard of Oz about gold and silver? Follow the yellow brick road. No, I can't say I have. Let me think here. Wizard of Oz about gold and silver. A really cool video. Campbell coins. How gold and silver influence the Wizard of Oz. Under 20 minutes, watch. I never knew Dorothy's shoes in the book were silver, but for the movie, they wanted color. Check the video out. So yeah, so think about it. That does make sense. I remember Dorothy because my son's mother is a hardcore Wizard of Oz. So I've seen the movie quite a few times. I do remember her shoes on Dorothy being silver. I remember the witch shoes being ruby color. And I remember the yellow brick road kind of goes together, gold and silver. So I'll definitely have to check that out. Taking a quick comment here. Great video, great price. Definitely exciting on the prices. John coming in, $56.37. I am watching your video, Big T. $60, here we come. Oh, $60 is right around the corner. I think we will for sure see $60 by the end of the year if we don't see it next week. And that sounds crazy to think next week. Think about this. I told someone, I said, just, 2 weeks ago, you could have bought silver at $48. And now, we're literally as high as we are. We're knocking on 60 already. Let's see. Excuse me, catching a cold a little. We got a cold front coming in right now. Diamond grip ain't coming up off a single ounce till we hit a crazy number. So I can't agree with you more. I'm not dumping mine, I can tell you that. If a friend is looking for something, I had one friend, he might be trying to fill up a roll of quarters. I might help him out a little on that, but I don't plan on getting rid of anything. I have a couple things that I ordered for friends. They will still be able to get those, but other than that, that's it. I'm not dumping much more. I'm done. I'm holding everything tight. Let's see. That place has, I believe, 2 backup cooling systems to guarantee this kind of thing doesn't happen. The likely reason is that they don't have the liquidity to have allowed for it to continue to go up. All of that metal that was being rented from China is supposed to go back soon, the end of December, the end of the year, I'll say that, like immediately. So yeah, they have until the end of December. So it's going to be interesting when December comes to an end. Are they going to have that silver to go back to them? That was supposed to be a temporary loan. And I think China realizes what's going on, and they might give them a little leeway on that just to keep a little sanity, because don't be fooled. They don't want to see the COMEX crash. Nobody really wants to see the COMEX crash. Even I think, for the most part, don't want to see the COMEX crash. Why? I like fake paper prices. Is it exciting when the price is just taking off? Absolutely, for the stuff I've already got. But once they stop manipulating it, you can essentially give up on being able to stack cheap. The real price is going to take off. I'm going to take a quick drink. Hold on one second. Trying to get my gallon of water a day in now. Again. So yeah, it is getting exciting right now. Okay. $55.67 at 12:03. $55.95 at 12:07. $56.11 at 12:11. Literally in less than a 10-minute time frame. It's crazy what's happening. The buying is getting ridiculous. More and more people are going to catch on. Every time this happens, it makes mainstream news. There's no hiding it. They've got to come out this week and try to beat it down, but I think all they're doing is just giving away silver. If they keep pushing the price down, it's going to make people want to buy more. They just need to let the price go. If they would let the price go like they should, then people eventually would slow down on buying. I can't afford to buy a ton if it's $100 an ounce. I can't afford to buy much if it's $150. But we'll see what happens. Now this one, I'm probably not going to read everyone, and I'll tell you why I'm not going to read everyone, because all of these comments are all essentially new accounts that were just made to advertise for somebody on Telegram. And I'm going to put it to the test right here. I'm going to click this, open new tab. I'm going to click this and see what the person is. Click more on Abraham Lincoln. This account was opened up on November 28th of 2025. So a brand new account got opened up to advertise for somebody on Telegram. And so I'm not even going to read this whole comment and these other replies because it's rare that they ever turn out to be real. I hate to say that. Except maybe the last one that says it's a scam, but nope, it didn't say that at the end. Continuing on. Shorts are probably starting to feel the pain, knife collector. Yes, so the short positions are still obligated to pay back silver by the deadline. Now, it doesn't mean they can't settle in cash, but they are obligated to pay it back in silver. If they do pay back the borrowed silver, then that means they've got to buy that silver back. And by buying it back, the price continues to go higher. Now, sometimes people will settle in cash. You know, maybe you didn't like silver at $50, but you might like it at $60. Or, you know, you might rather have I would rather have, let's do a hypothetical. Silver sitting at $50, I loan my silver out, and then all of a sudden the price is $65, $70. Maybe I'll take $65, $70 instead of the silver. It's still a big price jump. So we'll see how this is going to play out. It's going to be interesting. Buy the high on Black Friday so it can dip come Monday and they can cash in. Yeah, that's a strong possibility. Or it was a planned attack on the silver markets when they knew nobody would be around to beat the price down. Real quick, I just want to see this comment right here. I want to investigate this comment for a quick second just to see something. Okay, I was just checking how new this account was. So, yeah, I mean, that's a strong possibility. I won't lie. However, personally, let's see. Always approve comments. Hide, moderate, add. No, I was trying to see something. If I could see if they ever wrote any other comments on the channel. So, yeah, that's a possibility. If you bought today, hey, maybe we'll see it dip tomorrow. Or Sunday, Monday, whatever. Needless to say, though, it doesn't change the fact that silver is in short supply. Silver is heavily used. It's been manipulated for too long. And people have been saying this kind of stuff for a long time now. I've been hearing it. Oh, you idiots, you bought silver at 30. Oh, you idiots, you bought it at 40. Oh, you idiots, you bought it at 50. Oh, now we're hearing you guys are foolish that you're buying at these highs. Maybe. Or maybe they'll be saying that when silver is at $150. Oh, you bought silver at $150, you fools. I don't put any stock into half them things when I see stuff like that. Back that up with some solid information. Why do you think silver will dip on Monday? Do I think silver could have a little bit of a pullback on Monday? Absolutely. Do I think it's a guarantee it's going to go lower or stay down? What do you think is going to happen when they end up cutting interest rates and they push more money into the system? Banks are struggling right now. They're going to have to print more money. It's the only way to get through this. But we'll see what happens. Morning tea, let's talk silver and silver, and some other stuff. Yeah, we got to put in like diabetes or something in there too. It was a rough couple days for me. We'll see. I had one of my friends give me a real hard time yesterday. He's like, you got lucky. You ended up having one day you had something happen to you and you felt funny and you spiked up to 582 sugar. Another day your heart slowed down to 35 beats per second and you keep eating that trash. I did have a couple pieces of cheesecake today. I went over someone's house and they had all these leftover desserts from Thanksgiving, carrot cake, cheesecake. Ate 2 pieces there and then she gave me 3 pieces to take home. I know that's bad. The 3 pieces I put in the fridge, though. We'll see. I may try to put it in the freezer. I don't know if you can freeze that stuff if it's got sour cream. It'd be nice to be able to freeze it on 3 little trays and then eat like one in a few days and one a few days later. We'll see. Okay, there is something going on in the markets. It is getting harder to hold back the price. We've talked about that for a while now. It's getting harder and harder to hold back the price because they're buying more and more short positions. And each time when you hold these leaks back, Another one sprouts, and another one sprouts, and so on and so on. Now, it is a test of nerves if they let the price rise to $60 and get more people to sell. I don't think they can drive the market down anymore. We are living interesting times. Have a great day, T. Thank you so much. And yes, we are definitely living in exciting times. I think everything's manipulated. They've been trying to manipulate this game for a while. I think it's getting harder and harder to do it. Because here's the thing. It's easy to say we can manipulate the price of silver down indefinitely. However, eventually they run out of silver. And then you can't say an ounce of silver is worth $50 when there's no silver to buy. When no one is selling silver at $50. And then you get companies like Tesla, Samsung, whatever, needing silver. Do you think they're going to believe in this fake price? No. They may turn to the everyday people and say, hey, sell your silver to us. We don't care. We'll buy it at $100 an ounce. And then, for once, the people will start getting the money, not the big banksters. And I think it's going to get exciting. But here's the thing. People, I think what they're doing right now is they're letting the price go up a little, and then they pull it back. And it psychs up people out. Oh, I missed the opportunity to sell at $54. I heard people tell me that. Darn, I was so disappointed. It was at $54, and then it came down to $50, and now $49, $48. Damn, did I miss out. If it ever goes back up to $54, I'm selling. Okay, it went back up to $54, $55, $56. You selling? There are people that are selling. But it's going to be interesting. Kitco showing $54.15 13 hours ago. Yep, it was at that at one point, and it kept going higher. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much. Good morning. It is definitely getting exciting. Moving on. Excuse me. $56.29 as of 9:20 a.m. on the West Coast. We did see that, and then we seen it get beat down a little bit and then climb back up again. They have 2 backup cooling systems. So that's the 4th comment now that had said that. So it's kind of ridiculous. They have all these redundant cooling systems, but yet they still had a major cooling issue. 6:30 Hawaii time. Silver's at $55.54. Mining stocks on the upside. It's a good morning. Absolutely. A lot of people are getting super excited about what's going on. Unless you're trying to buy. If you're trying to buy, then you're probably not that excited because you're looking for deals. And I totally understand that. Silver, blast off. Hold your stack, folks. Definitely don't want to be getting rid of your stuff right now. The CME shut it down. Laugh out loud, right? Laugh out loud. We know the truth. Yeah, the truth is they don't have the metal and they are getting scared. And here's the thing. Remember when GameStop exploded in price? We had hedge funds go bankrupt because of GameStop, because they thought they could short it indefinitely. And when this first started talking about these short squeezes in silver, people said silver is very far from GameStop. The amount of money that would have to go into it is going to be astronomical. Here's the thing. Think about who invests in silver. Think about that for a minute. You've got big companies, multi-billion-dollar companies that need silver. Do you think they care if silver is at 50, 55, 60, even 100? They don't. If they need silver to put out a brand new $1,500 cell phone, I don't know what an expensive cell phone goes for right now. They don't care. They really don't. They're going to end up putting it in there. They're going to sell them. So blast off. Hold on to your stacks, folks. Okay. Don't forget, Bitcoin is up over 92,000 from its low last week of 82. Technically, it got down to 79. We kind of forgot about the enemy when it's doing well. It stopped going down at least. Yeah, I'll be honest. Bitcoin did stop going down, and it started to recover a little bit. In fact, did I pull it up? I thought I had Bitcoin pulled up here. I guess I didn't. NASDAQ, S&P. Oh, there it is, Bitcoin. Let's see what it's at right now. Bitcoin sitting at $90,829. So we'll say 91, not 92 though anymore. It's already on its way back down. So, but yeah, we don't need to talk about it too much when it's not doing good. I don't want to beat up something that's already in the dirt almost. But yeah, Bitcoin, we'll see what happens. It's not really my enemy. I just feel bad that I think it's kind of funny how much division. So you had a whole group of people that were buying up gold and silver. And then all of a sudden Bitcoin comes out. And it basically divides the precious metal stackers into two communities. One community that sticks with the gold and silver. Another community that moves in to Bitcoin and digital currencies. And here we are now being targeted again. We're being targeted. They've got gold and silver on the rise again, and they're trying to divide the group. How are they dividing it? They're convincing people to buy other precious metals. Nickel, copper, palladium, platinum, all of which will probably go up. But I think they know the pain if silver goes up is going to be too great, and so they need to somehow divide the silver stackers again. And we'll see what happens and how that plays out. They can't hold back the pressure much longer. The dam's gonna break on them. Absolutely. And when it breaks, it is going to be devastating. When the price just really rockets up. I mean, look what happened today. That's crazy. $3.50 in one day. Over 6% jump in your investment. That is amazing. That is fishy. Thanks. Yeah, the cooling shutdown, that was definitely fishy. Diamond Fist, don't sell. Yeah, you could not get me to sell right now. Unless it's something I already agreed that I was picking up for someone, I would not give it up. Let's see, trying to cover up the fraud of at least 50 years. All those paper contracts they allowed to have on the books, they are responsible for, period. Both the exchanges should be closed down, and for the frauds that they are. That means those in need of silver will have to go to the miners or other sources. These exchanges have committed fraud with their paper contracts. Some people need to be arrested for the crimes that they've committed. Yeah, here's the thing. Unfortunately, they'll probably never arrest anybody, and they'll never shut down these markets. The markets will collapse, though. And when they do, I think people will really see what's going on. But it's not just, someone asked me today, is it just gold and silver? I said, it's not just gold and silver. Platinum's doing great. Palladium's doing great. Nickel's doing great. Copper's doing great. Everything is doing good. And so, hey, we'll continue to see stuff happening. It's exciting. I'm going to keep picking up what I can when I can. Obviously, I can't pick up what I used to pick up, but that's okay. A little thumbs up. Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate that. We got a little turkey and a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Gerald. I appreciate that. Let's go a little lower here and see what else we got down here. You said 24, and I almost punched my computer screen. Laugh out loud. You got to stop hurting us like that. Sorry. Yeah, that's why I corrected it right off. 55 right now and climbing. But it was 54 yesterday when I said 24 on accident. And then I corrected it like within a minute, but I made y'all stew in it for a second there. And someone else saying, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that, but let's see. Cracked 54 as I'm watching it. Yep, 55 now, 39 minutes later. Okay, we actually read that one. It came up under both for some reason. Let's see. put back 73 ounces at my local coin shop last Saturday and locked in the price at $50.45 plus $2.25 premium, all generic rounds, and a 10-ounce bar. I think I did good. Yeah, hopefully he's still going to hold them for you. But, here's the thing. Some people are really good about that. I talked to one friend. He's like, no, I can't lock anything in. I mean, yeah, I can lock it in for a day, but I can't hold it until you get paid on the first of the month. I mean, that's too far out. And I understand that. I do. But some places are cool. They'll hold stuff. Like me, if someone asks me, hey, I really like that coin, but I don't have the money to buy it right now, and I know you just bought it. You just paid $54. Would you let me have it for $54 and hold it for me for a week or two? Me personally, I'll hold it. I don't mind. I mean, it's still, I'm going to get the same amount of money back for it. I don't mind doing that. Who would have guessed the price would have climbed this much? And like we said, the price could have a pullback next week. That's okay. As long as we keep seeing higher highs each time, that's a good thing. I don't care if they pull the price back a little bit and then give a higher high again later. That's $55.15. Good morning, fellow stackers. I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know I had a good Thanksgiving. Let's see. Stop counting votes. Stop the price servers. It's all the same. Corrupt, dishonest, and illegal manipulation. Great video, T. Thank you so much, Conrad. I appreciate it. Dave, great video, T. Great price action. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are getting to the bottom of the comments. In fact, yeah, that is the bottom. Two more. Okay. Spot price never reached $54.65 last night. The high was $54.25. Okay. Check again, somebody said. Right, I was talking about last night, but yeah. Things are shooting up today. I hope it can hold. Oh, it just didn't hold. It went crazy. And here's the thing. It did shoot up that if you were looking at the futures price. So some people want to look at different places, and there's always going to be a little confusion. Even right now, I could pull this up and say the price right now is $56.33. I can pull this up right now and say the price is $57.08. I could pull up AppMax, JM Bullion, Universal Coin, and Provident Metal, and I would get 4 more different prices. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's hard to get an exact price, especially because everybody has a little bit different prices. Okay, Troy, you know nothing about silver. You have an eye problem also. You see 5s as 2s. If you know anything at all, it would be silver has been 50 plus for a while now. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that, and you're absolutely right. I don't know anything about silver, and oh well, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for watching. Do you not hear the immediate correction? Yeah. I mean, I said it. I corrected it. I mean, people slip up and say something. There's no excuse for being that ignorant. Gomer Pyle. I'm trying to think. I've heard that before, Gomer Pyle. What movie was that from? But that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. Troy, B, I hope you have your silver. I really do. Hopefully you have some ounces put away, because it's going to get exciting. And yeah, I'll be honest, sometimes I slip up, and I won't lie, I do have an eye problem. I don't know what to say about that, really. Should I cry? Yeah, I'm certainly not going to be fazed by a comment. One of the things about YouTube is there's always going to be people out there that want to be negative about YouTube. Let me just pull something up real quick. 12 subscribers. Okay. Started this in August 19th of 2013, and you got 12 subscribers. Okay. Just checking. I was just looking. I was like, man, please don't have a channel that has like 1 million subs, and it would really embarrass me then. Yeah, hey, I recommend you start making some videos, Troy. Put a couple videos up, give people your thoughts and opinion on what you think is silver is doing. And in fact, I'm even going to subscribe. That way I can be number 13. So if I ever see a video on this channel, I can be like, okay, hey, nice. He does actually know something about silver. It is what it is, though. A lot of people are just too scared to give their opinions on silver, so they just put little comments like that. And with that being said, I think that is probably going to wrap it up. We've already went through the silver numbers. We talked a little bit about where I think silver is going. I think silver is going to go a whole lot higher, but that's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. And I will be doing the free silver members event either tonight or tomorrow night, so don't miss out on that if you're a member. I will try to do it a little earlier. If you don't see it by going up, if you don't see me live by 9 o'clock at night, then I'm probably not going to do it tonight. I say that because I actually have someone coming over this evening. So I'm going to have company at my house, so I may not get to do it. I don't know how late they're going to stay, but I for sure will do it tomorrow. Great opportunity to win a free ounce of silver. Definitely a must, in my opinion. If you are a member, you don't have to be present. You won't lose out on your ounce. I will set it aside for you. It is only $1.99 to become a member, plus you get a lot of cool perks. Plus every month we do some kind of a free event. In my opinion, the odds are good because we don't have a ton of members because I am a small channel. So if you take even the minimum $1.99 membership, it's a great opportunity. If you don't know how to become a member, you can look below the video and there is a little join button. You can click the join button. If you're on an iPhone, it's a little harder. You have to go to your web browser, go to YouTube, then go to T-Square Talk, and then you're able to click the join button. But you can't click join through an app. And most people that are on iPhones are going through the YouTube app. So with that being said, I think that's going to wrap up. I think I answered everybody's comments. And for that, Gomer Pyle is signing out. I thank you so much for watching, commenting. Hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. And I may even do a Sunday morning video. A couple of shorts this weekend. We are ending the month. I'm trying to pump up my views just a little bit. Please, if you would, go and check out some of my other great videos. Only because, like I said, I am trying to get my views up just a little bit before the end of the month. I did get my little scolding, essentially, from YouTube, even though it's a different type of scolding. If my views go down too low, they do shut off my partnership, where you get basically commercials on your videos. So it is important that I keep my views up. So if you want, check out any of these cool videos. If you really want to help me out, click on that playlist button. Take one of these playlists and just click play. And it will play all the videos on the playlist. So that will kind of help me out. Pick a playlist that you like. Whether it's pew-pews, whether it's melting, whether it's chickens, homesteading, prepping, coin roll hunting, cooking, a lot of different stuff over the years, broken down into different playlists. And just let it play. It says how many videos are in each one. Like this one, this cooking one, it's got like 19 videos in it. So some cool videos. I've done some cool stuff. Comic-Cons are always fun. I miss those days. I might start going back to them. Maybe I'll dress up as Gomer Pyle. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Be sure to check out some of these other great videos, and I'll see you next time on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.